Like if you feel like, okay, I'm ready to go, but I'm not 100% like there where I was in that last take.
That's good.
Say, just give me a second. I just need a second, and just go to your space, go to your safe space, wherever it is, and just take a minute.
Hi, I'm Alex DeLerma, and this is the Cinema Gym. If these videos are helping you and you want to see some more, please like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep this thing going. So, Kathleen Randazzo, you've been to the podcast. So you're actress, acting teacher, director for both stage, and you've done some camera stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, film. Yeah.
So you understand this next topic, which is emotional continuity for camera. When you're dealing with physical objects, I think you can sneak a lot past the audience, right? But when you're talking about emotional continuity, so if Kathleen was super vulnerable, like she's supposed to be vulnerable in this scene, and then she's super vulnerable, in the 2-shot. And then they go, okay, Kathleen, here comes the money shot. We got you in your close-up over here. And she's dry as a well. That could present some problems. So I just wanted to give a quick overview to people about what emotional continuity is. So that's a problem for the editor, because now this vulnerable 2-shot, if we try to intercut her medium close-up, it's going to be jarring because she's going to be vulnerable one moment and not vulnerable the next moment. From an actor's point of view, I'm sure the argument would be, I want to be in the moment. Like, I'm not a machine. Like, have you ever experienced that yourself? Have you ever dealt with actors that struggle with that? Should we not worry about it?
Well, first of all, if you know you're going to have an emotional scene and you're shooting a master and you only have so much. You don't want to
Your emotional well.
Yes. So you know that if you get upset, you're going to get upset a couple times, and then you're going to have to squeak the tears out, right? So if it's a master, you can give yourself a little leeway, right? You want to be relaxed and still be in the imaginary circumstances, but to fully get there every single time. Rob Lowe has a beautiful story about this in his book. It's Stories I Only Tell My Friends.
Oh, it's a great book. Yeah.
Do you remember the story when he was doing Scorsese, The Outsiders, or
Coppola?
Yes, and it was all the kids. It was Rob Lowe and Emilio Estevez and all those guys,
Swayze,
right?
Tom Cruise.
All those guys.
Yeah.
So he had this. It didn't make it to the film, and I read some other things about it. I'll tell you after. But he had this scene where he had a breakdown.
Yeah.
And it was before lunch, and it was a master shot, and it was beautiful, and he was sobbing, and he had this whole scene. And then he went to lunch, and there was a cute lunch girl. He tells the story so brilliantly. And he had such a great lunch, and then he gets back, and he, getting ready to shoot the rest of the movie, and the director says, "We're going to move in on your close-up." And he's like, my close-up, like he was not prepared, was not ready, didn't realize that they were going to get in for coverage, and he was gone. He didn't have it. So, as actors do, when they get nervous, they try to push it out. So I guess he talks about like trying to squeak out the tears. And then I guess the director cut and said to Emilio Estevez, you better help him out, do something. And so Emilio Estevez, what he did was he started talking to Rob Lowe like his brother, and he was like, "Hey, pony boy, your brothers need you." And he started getting him into the circumstances and sucking him in to the imaginary circumstances, because they were working so closely as those characters and in that imaginary world. And then right when he started opening himself up to what that was, he goes, "I was right there again." But yeah, he did a wonderful job. And
that's fantastic.
It was to show you that, just another actor, the kindness of just being willing to go there again with you and let you be open to that vulnerability. And that's all it was he was nervous. His system, it's like trying to throw a free throw when you're tense. You can't shoot a basket when you're all tense. You can't do anything when you're tense. You have to relax into the circumstances. You
really covered some key things there, Kathleen. And so I'm just going to recap it in the way I would back in class. And this is in a gym studio. I'd tell actors, you have to learn what the shots are. That's why we would integrate filmmakers into my studio system. So you had mentioned the master. And for those of you who don't know, Kathleen was referring to the master shot. So the master shot is simply the widest shot. It's a wide shot. And it's primarily there just to to introduce the environment to the audience so they understand where spatially everything is, right? So as an actor, if you have to be vulnerable, as Kathleen said, there's only so much emotional water in that well. So since the camera is going to be so far away from you and they're not going to be like right here, meaning in a tight close up, don't give 100%. And it could, and I also would encourage you to talk to the director, show up early before they have lit the scene. Because you can say to them, hey, listen, I am so ready to go. I'm ready to do this. And I had to do everything I could not to bawl my eyes out on driving to set. Could we please get my coverage first before my scene partners have the camera on me? Can we do the tighter shots first? As an actor, I absolutely think that is part of your job in taking care. You're responsible for your own performance. And that means you got to start learning about filmmaking. You don't need to know lenses. You don't need to be able to light. But as Tom Cruise says, we are filmmakers. So the director's going to be appreciative if he's smart because you're telling him, I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready. If he's smart, he'll say, let's light for Kathleen's close up. She's ready. Boom. So to wrap it up, what else could an actor do, right? You as you said, you have your well.
Well, if you're not ready and they're ready to shoot something, just take a minute, to prepare too. Take a minute. Mm-hmm. Like if you feel like, okay, I'm ready to go, but I'm not 100% like there where I was in that last take.
That's good.
Say, just give me a second. I just need a second, and just go to your space, go to your safe space wherever it is, and just take a minute. And your instrument's going to have memory. It's going to remember.
100%.
And as long as you're taking the pressure off yourself, look, just don't be good. If you don't worry about being good, you're gonna shine.
If you're interested in classes, seminars, or private coaching, you can visit the website. Hope to see you in the gym soon.
TheCinemaGym.com for virtual one-on-one coaching for camera.